Hey, hey, y'all. It is chilly. Did the temperature change? Probably because of the rain. Hey, y'all. I'm not gonna be on here long. I just wanted to say, I talked to y'all about this. I think I did the other day a little bit. I'm gonna wait till everybody. I need water. Hey, let me get real quick. Okay. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Hola, hola. I'm back. We was here earlier, but we back now. Hey, everybody. Hey. So look, I think I remember talking to y'all about this. I don't know for sure, but do y'all remember the other day? I didn't tell y'all. I was talking to my cousin. So, right before we had the dip in the stock market, maybe I did. I don't remember if I mentioned it to y'all or not. I'm just going to get on this. You need to have just in case money. I don't care if it's $50, $100. If you got to not eat out for the rest of this month, you need to have some just in case money. Okay? I kept feeling like the money was just going to disappear. And, like, he said something to me about having just in case money. Yeah, I don't care if it's $100, $200, if you can afford it. This. Okay? And then the next day, the stock market did what it did. And then today, I saw that yesterday or today, Elon Musk is trying to get a hold to that Social Security money. And that's cash. It ain't no, oh, they got to wait. No, it's straight cash. And the man for the Social Security business quit. If his satellites can control the voter poll boxes, how much more different is that from an ATM? And as you can see, they are running this country into the ground. Exactly what we expected. Tomorrow or in the next week, some of our family members might not have access to electricity. This is not a joke. We don't know what the Canada is about to do because he's not backing down. And I'm not saying be all frantic and crazy, but you need to be prepared. So if you are in Wisconsin, if you are in New York, I don't care if you gotta go find something today, baby. What you gonna do with 10 TVs? You only gonna whatever you gotta do. You need to have some extra cash on hand. If you have not filled up your tank and you got some little money on your card or whatever else, forget them coffees. He did say it's not an if but when. Oh, he said something today. He said, I know Donald Trump think we bluffing, but we not. We will not be bullied by him. So there are people in our family tomorrow or sometime in the near future that could wake up without power, y'all. You said, yep, I filled up when I got off. Okay, good job. Good job. Hey, okay. So I don't care if you gotta go, baby, pawn something. I warned my father-in-law about this a couple weeks ago. Interesting. Yeah, it's a real thing. So you need some just in case money. That's what my mama used to call it, jig. There was a good sized line at the Costco. Oh yes. So you mean have some cash put up, right? Right, for just in case. For just in case, $100, whatever. I would say closer to 200 if you got it. You know, maybe 50 this week, 50 next week, but you need some just in case money because we are living in crazy times right now. And if that man can mess with voter boxes, ATM ain't nothing. And now that he has access to certain places, and we already know he already got the information he need because he be at that place. So, and not the uncolored house, the other place where it's real warm, where they already had all the information. FYI, if you put in your passports around November, they're arriving now. Good job. Mari said if you put in for your passports, they're arriving now. You just got yours. Good job. Good job. Good job. So listen, this is the thing, family. Whatever it is, you need to be preparing for the crazy. Do you hear me? Put it up and act like it ain't there. If you got to go a couple weeks without getting what you want or whatever, it's fine. But at least if something happens and you need to be able to fill up and go, I don't know how much it costs to fill your tank up twice, but that is what I would say you need, what you need to have on hand at all times. Whatever will fill right now, we don't even know what that's going to be in a minute. But whatever it would take to fill your tank up twice, that's what you need to keep on hand. That's funny you mentioned that. Joe just mentioned it too about an hour ago. He said those words just in case of an emergency. Yeah, just in case money. Jig. For real. I was just wondering how I could safely store one of those little red containers with some. Yeah, good job. Listen, yeah, yeah, you need just in case money, y'all. And if it's nothing else, enough to fill your tank up twice, just in case you have to leave in a hurry. You need that because it has been on my I'm like, it's crazy. Cause don't nobody really keep cash, and they don't really accept cash in a lot of places. But cash, I mean, just you ain't gotta have no several thousands and all of that, but you need to have enough to be able to fill your tank up. Now, if you got more to put up, do you? But I'm saying the most basic needs, you need enough to be able to fill your tank up twice, just in case. Okay. That's so funny that you mentioned that because Dad just left me with some money and I was in the kitchen doing turmeric. So interesting. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. So get your stuff together. Put it in your budget. You said taking half my coins out tonight. Okay. This is the thing. All them beautiful TVs and all of that kind of stuff, it ain't gonna be valuable if you ain't got what you need. So if it's stuff you don't use and you might not have no cash on hand or whatever, but baby, the pawn shops are still taking stuff. And I will, honey, I can come back and get it, and if I don't, I can get another one. I'm not gonna worry about that. What I need is what I need right now. Okay? I was just thinking to go back to the gas station. Thank you. That's just confirmation for me. We'll do today. Yeah, I wouldn't, because tomorrow it can be crazy. People gonna be doing stuff just because they can. Do you hear me? People are gonna be doing stuff just because they can, not because they should, not because the prices automatically went up. But I did download some videos that I do want y'all to hear, and y'all tell me what y'all think about it. We just gonna look right here real quick. Is it not this device? Oh, no, this one. Here we go. Parts,
U.S. has owned Harold's Restaurant in Kamloops since 1987.
It's going to be a nightmare.
He's well aware of how U.S. imposed tariffs could have a major impact.
These potatoes are grown in Canada, but we don't process them here. These were processed in Texas. So Canada has to get a little smarter.
He foresees a spike in his grocery bills if Canada follows through with planned retaliation.
The produce business is supply and demand. So let's say tomatoes go up to $100 a case. We have to pass that on to the consumer. Same with lettuce. The price will be so exorbitant. We're not gonna be able to do it.
He says his restaurant will be able to survive tariffs because they don't pay a mortgage, but he worries about others.
If going out and eating is a discretionary spending, if people are going to tighten up, that might be one of the first things that they do.
John McCura owns Purity Feed in Kamloops. They sell yard and garden supplies, everything for pets, farms, fencing, and cattle.
Everything that we sell has some sort of American component in it. Everything that we buy comes on a truck. Cost of transportation is going to go up substantially because of this tariff.
Retired rancher Agnes Jackson still has a small herd of cattle. She has been in the ranching industry for decades.
It's a very entwined business, north and south, and it evolved that way because it works very well.
She's been through this kind of challenge before in the cattle industry. She has confidence they will tough it out.
We're a pretty tough lot. Our ability to adapt.
Their ability to adapt. That's going to be very important. Did we talk about that? Did we talk about your ability to adapt and what that's going to mean in these next coming months? Stuff ain't going to always be like you like it, and you're going to have to find a different way. You can grow greens in a flower pot and other vegetables also. Thank you. Okay. Just in case money. I don't care if it's $50 that you don't touch. Do not touch it. Make it and put it up. God will bless you with another 50 next week. Or whatever it is. You need some just in case money. Everybody. Preferably, whatever it takes to fill your tank up twice. I don't know about electric vehicles, but even thinking about that, what about all the people in these 3 states that have electric vehicles? Even if there is, do they run on gas? Are they all electric? Like, I don't really know how they work. Can they still take gas, the electric vehicles, or do some of them take no gas? How many electric vehicles between those 3 states? Probably hundreds of thousands. There'll be no internet. How will the stores operate? Unless they got some kind of backup power, they not even telling Americans about a plan. Is there anybody in either one of those states and they told y'all what y'all need to do if the power go out? Some take gas and electricity. Okay. And they don't cut our power tomorrow, as gas pumps won't run either if we have no electricity. Where are you at, Amanda? Are you in one of those states? Michigan, Wisconsin, or New York? And I know it won't affect everybody in the state. You said no, nothing is being said in Michigan, and I haven't heard nothing. Interesting. Who remembers us talking about the government is not going to tell you until after it happens or whatever, and they don't prepare us for stuff that's coming? We talked about it. Even when that man said that, there should have been, you in New York, okay. There should have been, what do you call it? Some type of advertisement going every week since they said that this could be a thing for the people to know what to do. But there's no advertisements about if the power goes out tomorrow, depending on where you live. I'm sorry, yeah, public service announcement. I'm sorry, right. I said advertisement. Public service announcement. So there's no public service announcement if you live in those 3 states about what you should do. Yeah, I remember when you told us if we hear it on the news, it could be too late to get the stuff right. But I'm saying even for them not to be warning people about getting candles or whatever else, like they ain't said nothing. Do me a favor. Let's do. Y'all want to do a scavenger hunt real quick? Who want to do a scavenger hunt real quick? Yeah. Why would anything be said in Louisiana if they not talking about turning y'all power off? Okay. How many churches are in Michigan? How many churches are in New York? And how many churches are in Wisconsin? You can pick whichever state you want to find. How many churches are in Michigan? You don't gotta do Baptist, just put church. How many churches are in Wisconsin? And how many churches are in New York? I want to see something real quick. $9,500 religious organizations and churches in Michigan. So 9,600. Okay. Almost, okay. 9,650. So let me write that number down real quick. Let's see what we're looking at here. New York State has 23,967. Wow. You said 2,000 in NYC and 7,000. 2,000 in NYC. They said 29,000. Wisconsin has 5,331. Okay. And yes, I'm getting my calculator out. Oh, it ain't even right here. We just about to do these numbers real quick. Is 9650. Plus 23,967 plus 5331. 38,948 religious organizations Okay. So roughly 38,000. We just gonna round it up. 39,000 religious organizations in those 3 states almost 40,000 religious organizations. How many of them you seen put out a PSA that you need to get your stuff? We gonna come on down from the government and go down to the religious organizations that are supposed to be getting you ready to meet Christ. How many of them? It's 1.5 million people that might be without power in those 3 states. And there's roughly close to 40,000 religious churches, whatever, and they ain't saying nothing. So government ain't saying nothing. And they ain't said nothing either. Got curious about the cars too, and there's 42,000 EVs registered in boroughs alone. Wow. 150,000 in the state. In New York? So 150,000 cars in New York ain't gonna work? Depending on where they are? That part, Dream Express. Wow. Haven't heard a thing from any of my friends or family out there. Interesting. So if we round up 1,200, we'll just give them that. We'll give them 39. There's 39,000 religious organizations, and they ain't told nobody nothing. They ain't put out a memo. They ain't put it out on their Facebook. And I can't say every last one of them, but the fact that it might be that many people that's probably not ready because they didn't believe this is going to be happening. Y'all see how crazy them numbers is? I ain't saying ain't none of them hearing from Christ. But you don't think that God was telling them none of this? They can prophesy houses and cars and fame and luxury, but not basic necessities. You don't think God told people, have people prophesy to get their basic necessities? All these folks at these mega churches and all of this, and ain't nobody. Y'all heard T.D. Jakes or anybody come out? What's his name? What's the one that man name? Jamal Bryant. And I'm not calling them out. I'm not knocking them, but they've been doing a lot of talking. As a kid, I always wondered if the movies had nobody around ever seemed to know what's going on. Now we living in it. I'm trying to tell you. You said not one SOS. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Because pastors should be saying something right now. Pastors should be the loudest ones on the internet telling God's people to prepare and do as much as they can, because we ain't going to be able to go in the store. Don't y'all think, or am I tripping? Crickets. It is. You loved your flock, but you about to let them starve. You loved your flock, but be cold. You loved your flock, but you didn't let them be not in the dark. The Bible says that a shepherd is supposed to take care of his sheep and make sure that they are protected and they got what they need. Or at least the information. Y'all remember that man standing up there talking about he should have preached it and throwing that Bible, Mr. Pastor Bruce? Who remember Pastor Bruce from Left Behind? Anybody remember Pastor Bruce? I should have taught it. I should have cared. Y'all remember Pastor Bruce? Y'all don't think it's about to be a lot of Pastor Bruces around here? You said, and the pastor off thief in the night. I'm trying to tell you. You said, unfortunately, a ton of them. You said it. You had an obligation to get people ready to not have to take the mark, not pacify them, okay? So that they don't think that they should even have to worry about it. How do you think God is going to feel about that? I was just watching something today where the pastor was saying for 40 years he avoided teaching his church the same thing. I don't even know what to look for. You want to know where he messed up at? He said his church. His church. My church. Never mind. Hey, Day. It's a lot of prophets out here, but I wonder why none of them saw this coming. And God talks about you not speaking what he tell you to speak and being scared of people's the heart. He said, I'm gonna make your head as hard as flint. Don't be scared of their words. Don't be scared of them. I'm gonna speak through you. Don't worry about it. And anybody that got a problem, tell them to take it up with me. So I'm wondering how y'all play with these people's souls and made them think that because you were okay with how much money they gave or whatever it is that they gave to you, that you did not have to tell them the truth. Because I don't care how much money they send in here, I was going to tell them, and that's why they used to throw vegetables at me. Thank God they were only from the internet. I'm not going to say what you want me to say. I don't care. If you don't like it, don't come over here. Because what's going on now can't be reversed. Y'all realize that. And not because God can't. It's because it's the end of what he said. Right? What God said is going to happen is happening right now. So my question, in 40 years he couldn't have prepared so many people, made me sad to think of the number of people that just messed up in the game. He invented stand on business, did. And I'm not judging nobody. I'm just thinking about I have so many family members that they wouldn't listen to me because their pastor told them they didn't have to worry about it. Cousins, uncles, aunties, my mama. My brother, who's a whole minister, talked to him the other day. He said, I got 3 deep freezers full of food. What is that going to do if they cut the power? Never mind. I've been saying non-perishables since before COVID. Hey, Pumpkin. I've been saying non-perishables since before COVID. And they still telling me how many freezers they got full of food. People do not believe it is going to go down. They don't believe that the government would let anything happen to us. And that's a scary place to be because they have listened to pastors more than they listen to God tugging at their spirit. Because even when I wasn't in y'all ear, I know God, he be telling y'all stuff. I don't know. To call off work to get more from the store, but they do cut this power. You said what? Yeah, I don't know, baby. I can't say you just pray and ask God what he wants you to do because I don't want to speak for you. You know what I mean? I honestly don't know. You said things wasn't feeling right. What you mean? What you mean, Justice? I thank God for God and Jesus. Because listen here, tomorrow, or not even just tomorrow, I'm not going to say tomorrow, but in the near future, life is about to be real different. Today I was at Dollar Store and an elderly lady said, wow, these food prices got higher. I told her get more stuff because it will be higher tomorrow. I'm trying to tell you. Definitely by the end of next week. She thanked me and, oh, listen, and grab more. Come on. And it's our duty because pastors and ministers are not telling these people. They're still selling them dreams. I just took a written inventory on the 26th of everything in my freezers and making a plan to can up everything I can in the next couple weeks. Come on, Sarah. With life, like even when things were going good, something wasn't sitting well with my spirit. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. God was telling you don't get comfortable. He told me too. Listen, y'all seen the videos. Y'all seen him in 2017, baby. He was in my spirit something thick. I'm telling you, everybody in my family, that's when I got my KitchenAid. I got all of that stuff. Like, well, I got my KitchenAid end of 2016, I think. Baby, after that, I was building, growing, making from scratch. And everybody said, girl, you are tripping. You act like stuff is going somewhere. I said, I don't know what this is about, but I'm not about to wait. I understand now that, yes, it was for me, but also it was for y'all. Because the same exact thing that I had to go through from 27 to 2020 when I was trying to tell everybody, and because it hadn't happened and life was still good and you can go and do what you wanted, they didn't listen. They didn't want to hear it because it was bad news or bringing down their vibe or whatever. Well, what you think people vibes looking like now? Optimistically, if your brother invests in a generator, then he will be fine for a while. This is the thing. I don't think they will. I've been telling them I've been telling my family since 2017, 2018, for real. Like going hard, calling them, sending them stuff on how to make this and make that and buy this and get that. And they wouldn't listen. We got to be ready for anything before today. I'm thankful for being with all of you. That part. Yeah. Listen, this is the thing. We have a responsibility, just like Isabel did in the store. My cousin just did that too. I didn't start feeling better until I got baptized, found this community, started studying and growing closer to God to bring me peace. I'm trying to tell you. And even without on, we still got a level of peace where other people are literally losing their fertilizer. I still have a level of peace. And I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea, but still have a level of peace. And I'm grateful for that. I ain't saying my nerves ain't whatever at moments, when I see certain stuff, but it passes. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm angry at a lot of pastors. I'm angry at a lot of my friends. I'm angry at a lot of my family members that are ministers, and they didn't lie to these people and told them they was not gonna be here for nothing. I just seen a dude. I got ready to like a guy's thing on TikTok. He was talking about something, and I'm thinking he about to say something else, and he said, "Oh well, we just need to get ready because the rapture is coming." I didn't even like it because I'm not gonna encourage that craziness because come May 7th, if you don't got certain things, you ain't gonna be able to go. May 7th is a long time, and this man did all of this in 2 weeks. I just told my auntie right now before I got on to get her stuff and go to the thrift store to get books. Hopefully she will listen this time since she's seeing it happen. That part. I'm angry with them because it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna might have to go through some things that they wouldn't have had to go through if their pastors would have told them the truth and when and went and searched the word for themselves. And I'm not knocking nobody. I'm not whatever. But you can tell by the people that you go to church with, your family members. You already know what their pastor is telling them by what they tell you when you tell them to get ready. Yes or no? You said it was another plane crash in Philadelphia. Interesting. Interesting. Am I wrong? How many family members you got that you told to get ready and they still go to church and they said they don't have to worry about it? I saw him and Swipe giving false doctrine. Listen. For real. Just a rough number. 10, 20, 30, 5. I'm saying. You know what they pastor teaching them because they keep saying they don't got to worry about it. Even though they're living it right now. They don't even understand what the real ID is. And they've never taken the time to go look at it. It's going to be a lot of people that's going to have a lot of questions for these pastors, I'm telling you. Mega churches and the like. I wouldn't be... Okay, let's do this. How would you feel if you set up in church for the last 3 years and your pastor said nothing about being prepared and then all of this stuff was going on right now? Some of y'all still go to church. And somebody came in here, last week and said, yeah, my pastor still ain't said nothing. I was at church on Sunday. How would you feel? You would be very angry. You would be angry too. You would be pissed. And food is about to quadruple in price from already quadrupling. I mean, I'm being real. If we would have sat over here and shot the fertilizer for 3 years and just kikied and ha-ha and talked about the gossip and the drama, where would you be right now? My friend's church in Canada told them last year start preparing. Okay, that's Canada. I got it. But I'm talking about right here, baby. I'm talking about where we at. And the family members you know. Right here in America, a lot of countries told their people to prepare. America said nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Over here. Right where we at. I'm for real. I would be pissed. I don't care what nobody say. I'd be ready to tear something up. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Because I didn't sit here and did what you said. And now all of this stuff is coming. You didn't say nothing about none of this. You said we wasn't gonna be here when the famine came, even though the World Health Organization been saying it's been a famine since 2020. But whatever, May or April of 2020, food shortage. They heard all of these words, but none of them was get ready. None of them was the word that God said was going to be here, which was famine and unaliving and scarcity and you gonna have to pay with your hand. None of them words came from the Holy Spirit. Interesting. Y'all don't think that's interesting? And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be petty or nothing. I'm serious. Everybody is hearing a word from God, but God didn't tell you to prepare for what he said was coming 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 years ago. Do that make sense to you? I'm asking y'all. God wasn't giving you no dreams about fire and water, and I'm trying to understand. All of these words that then came forth, and none of them was from God to tell you to get ready for this. It makes me think about the people that prophesied that 2025 was going to be people's year. And that they was going to see prosperity. And not saying that you can't. But God has been telling us for 3 years to cut back. To not spend, to only buy what you need. And if you are buying things that make you happy, they need to be functional in the house for a reason, not just because it's cute. It needs to have a use, multiple, if not just one. So make it make sense to me that how Mari said something the other day. Noah screamed for 120 years that it was but he got his family ready. They was going to eat, and even if it was going to be dark, they was going to be able to see. It was probably cold and raining for a long time. You hear me? No. Okay? What? What you talking about? You hear me? Am I tripping? Because tomorrow could be a different world. A week from today, you say, how do you then present them to the market? Listen, yeah, the people's year to feel the pressure. Okay. How do I see them presenting it? They already did. It'll be here May 7th. It's just gonna be it's voluntary right now. Did you look up the real ID yet? You might want to. But from what I understand, that this nigga took down the government website. Certain ones. So I don't even know if you'll be able to go find it on the actual government website. You probably have to go to like the international or something. I'm so thankful. I feel so close to God now. I feel everything differently and pay very close attention to the smallest thoughts and details. Come on, Sarah. It ain't about that big stuff, is it? God is in the details. See, they go for all that big fluffy stuff and miss the little pieces, which is the most important. If you, all right, this might be a little petty. I don't want, not if you go to the church, and I don't want you arguing with nobody, but if you know a minister that is over people, okay? If you know a minister that is over people, like that ministers often, ask them if the grid goes down and there's nothing in the grocery stores, what are they going to tell their parishioners or the saints of their church? And I don't mean be petty. A serious question. If you know a minister in your church, not in your church, don't go to your church. Don't start trouble. But like if you got a family member or a friend that is a minister of any kind, bishop, whatever, and they actually attend a place, ask them if the saints in your church cannot buy food or there's no groceries, what will they do in May if they impose blase skip whatever? And took down the translations of it that weren't English too. Interesting. God is still in control, but he's allowing them to have it right now. They got a little bit and they gonna try to max it out. But I want y'all to ask y'all minister friends, what do you think your pastor is gonna do? Or if they the pastor, what are your people gonna do? Like if the grid goes down, or if they turn off the money like they did and we can't get our money, like what are they gonna do? Have you talked to them about it? Not being confrontational, really asking a question. Because you can't say now, oh, we won't be here for that because it's already here. So now what? Well, famine is coming. No, famine is here when groceries is when chicken goes from $40 for 100 wings to 150 overnight or in a week. That means where you could have bought 3 boxes, now you can only buy 1. For the price of what it costs to buy 3. Same thing with the eggs. Same thing with the ribs. Because I remember when you could get a rack of ribs for about $11. Because I had to buy 2 when I had my family. Sometimes 3. So I know for a fact you could get a rack of ribs for $9 to $11. So $33 would have got me 3 racks of ribs. Whereas now it gets you 1. Which means the 2 other times that you could have ate ribs, you can't. The 2 other times you would have had enough to go back to the store to get the eggs, no. Please. And I don't want y'all to argue back and forth. I just want y'all to ask them a simple question. That also means the income you have is worth far less as well. Okay. Your money ain't gonna go as far. And they can turn it off. So if you don't already have what you need, you're gonna be screwed. You can't even hold out for 2 weeks because you have to go. Did we talk about it? Some people ain't gonna be able to hold out no way. Right? They're not even gonna want to. Because they want to go back to regular life when we already know there is no regular life no more. After COVID. Really after 9/11 it wasn't no regular life, but we gonna move on. Okay. So if y'all got reverends in your family, that's why you said get it earlier if you can. I'm sad for all the people that saw all of that survival stuff in early 2022 especially in 2023, because it was on all social media. Because friends called me and was like, all that stuff you was calling me about, they talking about it on Facebook. I see it everywhere now. They even had it on my Google when I was going to do whatever. I'm seeing that, sir. I'ma get it. You should have had it already. Especially after you told me you took them trips you took and all of the stuff you was buying and doing. You should have had it already. Sorry, y'all. Oh, I'm not pointing no fingers at nobody, y'all. I don't want y'all to think that. What happened? That also means. But think about this. And I'm not saying God didn't love them. He loved us enough to stay on us. And he stayed on everybody else too. Don't think that they just swiped past it. Every time they saw somebody say, are you ready for an emergency? What if the grid goes down? They was all on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and everything else. They swiped past it. Patriot Supply was going ham on their advertisements, on everything, all of 2023. The end of 2022 and all of 2023, Patriot Supply was going ham, was they not? Auntie was coming in here telling us, ooh, okay. And buying they seafood boil bags. Uh-oh. Come on, Mari. Let me ask you a question. How many people in the last 3 years walked past all of the survival stuff at Costco, Target, Walgreens, every other place we do, Walmart? Millions of people. We ain't even gonna go online. We gonna say you ain't got Twitter. How many people walked? You said Patriot Supply still texting me. They like, we got something for you, girl. You ain't been to see us in a minute. How many people walked past it? I don't want to think about that. Millions. Millions of people walked into the Walmart and saw the potassium iodide. They walked into CVS and saw the survival food. Millions and millions, hundreds of millions of people walked past that stuff in their favorite stores while they was going to buy snacks and did not think about the future. Until the future is in their face. I remember all the people walking past the water straws at Costco. Tiff, can I please ask a question? I'm not trying to get off subject, but I'm confused about what's going on. What are you confused about? Actually, never saw them here in the north, and Maryland was looking too. Okay. Well, maybe that wasn't where you would. Maybe they wasn't where you was at, but I ain't saying they ain't. Because it exploded. It was even Well, it might just be. Are you in a rural area? What's going on, Catherine? And still laughing at us, but we prepared. Mm-hmm. He is. August 22 was the first time I saw them in Walmart. Okay. Yeah, when I saw the water straws at Costco, I was like, oh, let me get this 5 for 50 was a great deal. Yeah, baby, because you get 2 for 50, about $50 now. If you plan on driving on the road, you're going to have to. If you plan on traveling, if you got family out of the state, you won't be able to leave. Your ID you have now, when you go to show it at a place, it won't be a valid form of ID if it don't have that. Say if you buy cigarettes, you want to go buy some cigarettes, you won't be able to because you won't have a valid form of ID. Got my water straws and sent them to my kids too in Texas and in Jersey. Come on. Come on. I'm just saying, God put it out in places. You welcome. God put it out in places. You said you overheard that on the DMV. Yeah. You ain't going to be able to leave nowhere. You ain't going to be able to go nowhere. You ain't going to be able to do nothing. I'm just wondering how many people that were buying all of the TikTok trend food thought about now. We talked about it in the beginning. People were spending thousands and thousands of dollars on huge crab legs. No. Now, Catherine, when they start telling you got to take it in your body, that's when it's going to be the mark. It's technically the just like they did with the vaccines. They put it out there first, it was if you wanted it, and then it was, well, it's mandatory for work, and then it was mandatory that you have it. So there's that. My siblings love it when boxes come in. Listen, this is the thing. It's scary to me, like I said, that the ministers, you're welcome, that the ministers have said nothing. And I'm not saying all, but a very large, there's no way that we could all be all different races, all different colors, creeds, religious backgrounds, Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian, Catholic, the whatever, Hebrew, Israelite, whatever, hell, agnostic, whatever. And they're saying nobody's getting a word. And I'm not saying nobody, but I'm saying, where is the outcry for, okay, oh, okay, oh, okay. Where is it? Because now people are going to be people are scrambling right now. Right now, today. Because nobody knows what's going to happen after tomorrow. I go to church on Sunday and Saturday, and neither one have said anything. So you go to 2 churches, one on Saturday and one on Sunday, and neither one of them said anything about nothing that's going on. Did they take up an offering? Did they pass the plate around on Saturday or Sunday? No, mine ain't either. Shaking my head. But the offering was taken up. Interesting. Oh, they did take up an offering in both days. I'd be petty and write a note and put it in a place. Sarah, do not try to get these people kicked out. Because you know I would too. Excuse me, can you help me with some survival food for the end of the world? No, don't do that. Them people was violent. Don't do that to yourself. They are vicious. But yeah, I mean, since you didn't tell us about it, it's the least you could do. I'm going to stop going to either one of them. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just going to say pray about it, but I guarantee you this. A lot of people are about to wake up to the religious institutions. And all of us that wasn't saved because we came over here and learned about God every day, even in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because whatever time I got on, baby, y'all was going to email it, CERCA on, we having class, get up. 3 o'clock in the morning. Y'all popping in like, oh, okay, we was trying to see if you was on. When do y'all sleep? I got my books. I'm ready to learn. We in here. Well, we just got out of a 5 hour. I just got on here, but I didn't plan on Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me go get some coffee. I'm thinking on to get new people. I don't think y'all slept for about 2 years. In between shifts. I'm trying to tell you, Mari. I'm trying to tell you. I used to be like, okay, I'm going to get some new people. No, the old people is always on. They wake up after they sleep like, I heard the ding. We in class. Hold on, let me get my books. I'm going to go get me something from the bathroom. And then, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. What in the world? Listen. I work nights, so I'm always up. Listen. I love the late night classes, especially when I couldn't sleep. Right. And now we just have one class a day for the most part. I do believe God gave me rest, though, because when I was in the shower today, I was like, God, why are you not having me work this hard? And I believe he spoke into my spirit. I do let people rest. Like, I fought every day for 3 years almost, arguing with folks. You said they just shut the CERCA off and had to reboot. Uh-oh. Oh, they turned me off over here, and you had to come back. Yes, ma'am. We send them birds with notes attached to the and everything. Listen. I stayed on checking my notifications. Yeah, look. But look at how much. And it wasn't because y'all wanted to see me. Y'all wanted to learn some more. Y'all wanted to learn something every day. And I guarantee you this, 9 times out of 10, since you've been here, you didn't learn something new every day that you didn't know the day before. Whereas before, maybe your life was now you learn something every day and you alive. That is so funny because I would wake up at 4 and look on my phone to see if y'all was on. I already know. This the thing. Nah, it wasn't me. It was God. Y'all wanted that knowledge. You wanted to learn. Once you started learning, it was like, nah, I can't. Okay. How long did it take you to start getting withdrawals from not studying? You said, Auntie, I'm a senior now. You sure is, Punky Bud. You sure is a senior now. You can coast a little bit because you already got all your credits and stuff, dude. Not saying we got to study any less, but we put in a lot of work in that first 2.5 years, honey. And we did summers and we didn't even take off on the holidays. It was both. It's God, the skits, and the facial expressions. Girl, I thought about doing a skit today. I said, girl, of what? I said, I got to get all these costumes out before it's too late. Because some of them ain't never been put on. But think about this, y'all. When the world was living as fast-paced and trying to get themselves into every single thing that God did not like, you were cutting those things off. I got withdrawals immediately. Listen. Ready for the new content. Trying to tell you. Listen, for all new content, Mari. I'm a ask him to help me out. I'm gonna ask him. I said we ain't did no skits and stuff in a long time, but there's no room, and I don't want to die. I can't run in here and stuff like I used to. There's no room. I have less than 3 feet by 3 feet to walk in here. Just make sure your zipper don't get stuck, Lord Jesus, and I can't get out. Costumes, costumes, costumes. Listen, there was another plane crash I saw. Someone came in here and said it. Y'all might as well look for that. I told y'all don't be getting on no planes. Nobody don't never listen to me. It's been 12 months since I told y'all I don't know about the planes. And in 12 months now, y'all don't know about the planes either. Some of y'all said y'all didn't listen and you got stuck in the airports. Something happened with the thing while you was there. Well, it's been 12 months. It's been 12 months. And I told y'all, I don't know if it's for this year or next year, but some keep telling me planes is out. I'll be driving. And now I know why. I just felt it a year early. I never been on one, and dang, sure not gonna start now. I'm trying to tell you, I won't be doing it. You said it. You felt no traveling. I'm trying to tell you, I might have to drive to my wedding. You might have to drive to your wedding. Get a gas card now. Go on and fill it up and put it up for just in case. That's what I would do. Just in case these gas prices skyrocket, I would just give me, if you put your eating out or whatever to the side, put me a good whatever, how much, triple it. If you know how much it's going to cost you to drive there, I would triple that amount if you can afford it and put it on the gas card and put it up. That way you ain't got to worry about it. All you're going to have to do is get in the car and go. I'm driving horse and buggy. My cousin got some horses down in Texas. I know. You said what? I've been so good on everything flying again since I flew with the constipated infant 2014. That part. Baby. The way I'm feeling right now, I'm not playing on air, land, or water. That part. Yeah. Right. Y'all know that those are attacks, right? Just think about the other countries and what happens when they're under attack. And seeing as how the Queen of Hearts gave the people all of our information, y'all realize that the puppeteers are puppeting. Y'all tell me why I didn't start signing in my Mari board. Singing in my Mari board to my coworkers. Didn't we talk about when they was talking about gas going up? Cheryl said, didn't we talk about it? Listen, do y'all hear Mari? Look, y'all hear our WOIU Mari singing? Didn't we talk about it? Didn't we? Didn't we talk about it? Grabs banjo for the remix. Come on, Mari. Listen. Do y'all say that in y'all monologue? Y'all don't really hear get your stuff no more, do you? Now it's just then we talk about it. Because see, you were saying, get your stuff right now. Get your stuff right now. Now it's then we talk about it. First it was get your stuff right now. Now it's then we talk about it. They just looked at me crazy because the man swore up and down prices was going to go down. And I kept telling him they were wrong. Cheryl, bust them in the head to the white meat. Well, bust them in the head then. You said I sing it often, and do sure is. Oh, I'm here in Philly. I had to see how close the plane crash was to me. Interesting. The president of Africa is sending American backs. I saw that. I think it's a great idea. Not the ones that ain't bothering nobody, but the other people need to go. That's always trying to tell somebody where they can't come to. And it's their whole country. Them people. Now I got stuff. How about you? Come on. All the people that called y'all crazy is biting their top lip they bottom lip right now. They want to call you so bad. But they didn't talk crazy, had everybody laughing at you. They embarrassed. And some people got so much pride, they not even going, they, yeah, you hear me? Some people got so much pride, they not going to say nothing to you. Another plan. Yeah, I know. They said everybody who's out there retiring, we sending them back. Interesting. Either did we talk about it, DJ, or and another one. Come on. In real life. Y'all. And we talk about it often, but I gotta say it. God told us to get wood burning stoves. It was 2022. Where you got heated toilets, electric. And he told us to go back to the little house on the prairie days. And whatever it is that they used at that time, we needed to have it. You know what's crazy? That White House secretary told everybody the same thing. She said Jesus didn't have no electricity. He made it just fine. She get on my nerves. I just want you to know that. We do have the best university. We do. We do. I don't care what nobody say. We do. I got in somebody else's live today. And I guess it was somebody that know who I was, because he was talking about the Canada stuff. And I said, yeah, it's getting real out here or something. I can't remember what I said. The person came in there and said, hey, CERCA, yep, you've been telling us for years. You've been telling everybody for years. I said, wait a minute. Wait, I'm in somebody else's live. Talking about, hey, CERCA, you've been telling people for years. I said, oh, not going in somebody else's live. Well, I thought I was about to come in here, but I guess not. So I got on out. I said my two little things. I said, well, good thing we was preparing. Nah, you trying to be incognito and failing. I know! These things, they be stumbling around in the darkness when he comes. They be stumbling around in the darkness when he comes. They gonna be in the dark. They gonna be in the dark. They gonna be in the dark till he comes. They ain't got no candles till he comes. They ain't got no ovens till he comes. They ain't got their survival stuff. You hear me? Listen. They'll be stumbling around the darkness when he comes. Hey! 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 You know what? Give me a minute. Let me go get my meds. I think I feel a skit coming on. Ooh, shoot, I think I feel me a skit coming on. I do. I do. I do. I do. Oh, yes. Let's use this. And this. And I think we'll use this one. Hold on 1 second. I feel it in my spirit. Give me 1 second. Give me about 2 minutes, y'all. second. Ah! Got caught in the door. Here we go. Y'all ready? I don't care. Here we go. Wait a minute. Where my thing at? I got this on inside out. Girl, you just tried not to do that. So the thing is on the outside somewhere. There it is. So we just gonna work with it. You see it came in right on time. It's been a minute. Let's do it. You'll need to be ready for the journey. The journey will be dark and long, but if you are prepared, you will make the journey. The bridegroom is coming. The bridegroom is coming. Prepare the journey. The bridegroom is coming. Right? The bridegroom coming. And so then, because you know, stuff be crazy and stuff. And so then, we need to get our oil ready. We need to get our oil ready, okay? He said that we need to prepare. Get your oil ready. Sis, you got your oil ready? I got my oil and I got my lamp. I got my oil and I got my lamp. Okay? I need y'all to go to Matthew 25. Please, in the Message Bible. Please. I need y'all to go. I need y'all to go to Matthew 25 on Bible Gateway in the Message Bible. Please and thank you. If you can for just a second. Please. 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 Hurry and go. Please. Let me know when y'all over there. The Message Bible is the MSG. This bright and it's about to die. Really? I ain't gonna be able to move around with it, but we'll just make it do. Where is it? Here we go. Dad. Thank you. All right. It says God's kingdom is like 10 virgins who took oil lamps and went out to greet the bridegroom. 5 were silly and 5 were smart. The silly virgins took lamps, but no extra oil. The smart virgins took jars of oil to feed their lamps. The bridegroom didn't show up when they expected him and they fell asleep. I've been hearing that God is coming for a long time. They've been telling us it wasn't going to be no food forever. I've been saved since 1976, and my bishop told us a long time ago. I've been saved since the 50s. I got my lamp. I don't need no oil. I don't need it. Because I already know it's coming. I already know the journey is coming. So I already got my light. I don't need to carry nothing extra. I don't got to worry about that. Because I already got my lamp. I already got it. I don't need to worry about that. God already told me about the trip. I just need a lamp. That's all I need. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. They fell asleep though. And in the middle of the night, someone yelled out, "He's here. The bridegroom is here. Go out and greet him." That means they was asleep. And they woke up startled. "Oh, he's here. Oh my God, the bridegroom is here. Oh, hurry, get your things on. Everybody get your head covered. Get ready." So you having to prepare while it's happening. Because he showed up at a time when looking like you were saved was more important than being saved. He came at a time when you didn't care about what was happening to the Spanish people. He came at a time when you didn't have all the money that you thought you was going to have. He came at a time when you were happy to have your big hat and your big brooch and your nice car and the fact that you get to sit close to the front. He came at that time. And guess what? You got up because you got the word, which is the light. But you know what you forgot? To walk in it, to obey it, to believe it, to let your faith have works. It ain't enough just to take your lamp. It's not enough just to know that it's coming. It's not enough just to say you saved. You got to act on it. If God said my people are going to perish because they don't have enough information, and pretty much every church person I talk to say, "I got the lamp. I don't need the oil. I already know it's coming. I don't have to worry about that." Here we go. The 10 virgins got up and got their lamps ready. The silly virgins said to the smart ones, "Our lamps are gone out. Lend us some of your oil." The silly virgins said to the smart ones, "Give me some of your survival food because I didn't think to get none while I was eating crab legs. Give me some of your light bulbs because I didn't think to get it when I was taking pictures with my camera showing you my amazing life." The silly virgin said, "I couldn't afford to get what I needed because I couldn't let go of my big car so people wouldn't think I wasn't saved and blessed." I couldn't prepare and get nothing because my pastor didn't tell me to, or my organization don't talk about that. I got my lamp. I know it's coming, but I don't need no oil. I won't be here for that part of the trip. I won't be here when they implement the mark. I won't be here when famine is here. I won't be here when they gonna cut the lights out. I won't be here when gas is too expensive. I won't be here for that. I don't need to prepare for that because I got my lamp. I already know it's coming. I don't need no survival stuff. No emergency light bulbs. I don't need clean water. I don't need a way to heat my house. I don't have to worry about that because I won't be here for that part of the trip. I won't be here for that leg of the trip. I won't be here for that. Okay? And then the bridegroom came. And those situations came. The famine came. The bad water came. The no food came while they was asleep. While they was worried about looking more saved than their sister and having more anointing than their brother and preaching to bigger crowds and getting bigger offerings. Yet he came. And he told us how long the journey was going to be. He told us the rugged terrain. He told us it wasn't going to be no food. It wasn't going to be no lights. No parcel would be moving. The food would be no good if it was food, or if it was food, it was going to be too expensive to buy as much as you needed. He told us, he gave us the whole map quest for the journey. And they got to the point where it was time to sleep and didn't worry about the rest of it. They got their anointing or their calling or their position in church, so they didn't have to worry about that, because the man that's leading me told me I don't have to worry about that half of the journey. Once we get to that way, it's I already got my lamp. I don't need any extra oil. But now the food shortage is here. The gas shortage is about to be here. The lumber shortage, the battery shortage, the vegetable shortage, the water contamination. The second half of the 3.5 years, the second half of the 7-day trip is now happening. And let's see what's going on. And you tell me if you are having these conversations with your family members now. The 10 virgins got up and got their lamps ready, and the silly virgins said to the smart ones, our lamps are going out. I don't have any survival food. I don't have a way to filter my water. I don't have a way to heat my house. I don't have a way to hear the news. I don't have anything that is solar or anything, and I don't have anything that is not non-perishable in my house. Give me some of your stuff. I'm your family. We took this trip together. Don't you remember we used to go to vacation Bible school? Remember when you used to be trying to call me and do your little Bible studies with me? And I listen. So let me in your house. Give me some of that survival stuff that you said that you had for the trip. Because I didn't think that I was going to be here for this. And they answered, there might not be enough to go around. Go buy your own. Translation, I prepped for Mia, who's in my house. No? No? Did I not hear the same message you heard? I don't have enough for you. Oh, okay. Here we go. They did. But while they were out buying oil, the bridegroom arrived. And when everyone who was there to meet him had gone into the wedding feast, the door was locked. When you finally go to get it, you might have to travel farther, and it's going to be more expensive. You got the information the same day I did. And if you didn't, I've sent it to you multiple times, how long this journey was going to be, and I sent you the map quest. Go this long, wait 2 months, buy this. Go this long, wait 2 months, buy that. Stop buying this. Start buying this. Start sitting at home. Get you some books, because it ain't going to be none. Get you a way to filter your water before the water go bad. Go dehydrate vegetables, because the ones that we going to have, they not going to be no good. Get you some canned meat, because it's going to come a time when the meat ain't no good. And people are going to knock at your door or call your phone and say, I thought you was a Christian. You'll let me and my kids starve to death? No, but I only bought enough for me and my house so that we could survive the last 3.5 years as long as we could, the second half of the journey. I hate to say it, but you were silly. Because impressing people and making people think you lived a life was more important than you buckling down and not giving in to whatever you wanted to do and to make sure that you can make it through the second half of the trip. Much later, the other virgins, the silly ones, showed up and knocked on the door saying, Master, we're here. Let us in. And he answered, do I know you? I don't think I know you. So stay alert. You have no idea when he might arrive. You have no idea when they gonna turn the money off. You have no idea when your food stamps gonna get cut off, when your Section 8 gonna get cut off, when your job is gonna close down. You don't know when it's coming. But he gave you the map quest. Literally. Whether you heard it before you got to WOIU or after. He told you what to buy. And he gave you ample time to do it. Even if your budget wasn't nothing but $150 a month to be able to spare, if you chose to spend that on BS and not go get what you need, you cannot be mad at nobody. Especially if you sat in my face for 3 years, 2 years, a year, and acted. People left because they got tired of me talking about this. Did they not? They left. They didn't want to hear about preparing for something that hadn't happened yet. They said, I'll worry about it when I get there. Well, the door might be locked after that when you try to come get in. You might not be able to go into the store that you want to go to when you finally figure out that you need some more oil. Or might be too expensive. Five wise and five foolish. Who you feel like right now? Folks told you don't listen to that MapQuest on social media. The one that be having her stomach out and she be cussing people out. She's a witch. She's a Jezebel. She ain't preaching from the Bible. They took that stuff out for a reason. And guess what? It helped you see a whole lot clearer once you put them other glasses on, didn't it? You got your prescription fixed. Because you see just fine now, don't you? So funny that the same people that only want to wear these glasses right here they can't see what's going on. They told us if it ain't in here, it don't apply. But ain't this what helped clear your vision up? Your prescription changed, did it not? In order for you to see clearer, you had to go get a new prescription. Now, you still got the old one, but put together, you can see a lot better. Like a kid wrapped in a blanket. How is it the people that only choose to see what another person tells them to see, telling us we blind, telling us what they don't have to be here for, telling us because we don't meet in a physical building when in a minute that's about to be against the law. You ain't about to be able to. They going in churches, snatching people out. Really? Kids, mamas, old people, it don't matter. Church and school. Two places that used to be off limits for everything. Go to church where? And this man wouldn't even put his hand on a Bible. Are you crazy? And it ain't gonna be that you denying Christ, but they didn't make those churches in those very dangerous places in Ethiopia for no reason. In the middle of a mountain, and you got this much until you make a complete drop down to the ground, 30,000 feet, and it's a little bitty hole. So if you bigger than a, whatever, you might not be. You got the, and I ain't saying nothing about that. I'm just saying you couldn't be a big person fitting in that space. You had, and I'm not talking about wide. I'm saying you got to be able to maneuver because you on a cliff. You think they just made that there because it was fun? Or were they being hunted by people that didn't want them worshiping the Most High, Jesus, God, whatever you want to call them? Yeah, they was worshiping, but they had to hide and worship. And it wasn't because they didn't believe. It was because they was smart. Because if they get rid of all of us, who gonna know about it? Somebody got to live to tell the story. I'll do it. You don't want to? Fine. I'll live to tell the story. I'll live to tell it. We would have never known what went on in them concentration camps if somebody didn't live to tell the story. About the bodies that they saw, about the abuse, about how cold, how hungry, how whatever, that they was tattooing babies. Ain't that crazy how the devil trick your mind? We'll go buy our babies tattoos to put on their body. And people was horrified that somebody would even think about putting a tattoo on their 1 week old baby, 2 week old baby, 2 month old baby. And some of them people was 90 years old, 80 years old, and they still got the tattoo of the number on their arm right now. Look how the devil done tricked us up. Girl, he liked tattoos, she liked tattoos. I just went. Them people was horrified that somebody wanted to put a number on their baby. They said they found so much hair they can't even show it from when they shaved everybody's head and made everybody look the same. Interesting. Ooh, let me get my stuff. So when the devil come into play, he want everybody to physically look the same. Interesting. So he changed the individuality of what God did into clones. Got it. Everybody talk alike, walk alike, eat the same food, wear the same clothes, buy the same stuff. It don't matter what nationality you are. You gonna find a man with a covadis and a beard. You gonna find a man with a... No, I saw this and I want it. I saw that and I want it. I saw this hairstyle and I want it. I saw this food and I want it. I saw this. Not, you know what? I think I'm gonna come up with it. Now, men and women all have the same shape, do they not? You damn near have to look in a person's face to know, because you can see this amazing male body and they still identify as male, but you could tell it's a female shape. But you won't know until you turn around and see the face, and sometimes you still don't know. And I'm not coming against nobody or nothing. They call it clockable. Some people are not clockable. And this ain't about gay or straight. This is not what this is about. I'm just telling you that you used to be able to know who was a man or a woman from the back, and you do not now. And I'm not saying you evil because you went and got body work. That's not what I'm saying. But one of the things that Lucifer does is try to take your individuality, because God made us all different and he don't like that. Because all of our different qualities show how big he is. He made you perfect. So the fact that every single woman has the same body shape, same eyebrows. Now all men are going and they're getting this ripped stomach because you can manufacture it. You manufacture whatever you want. It's not fixing things, it's recreating everything. Because some of these people don't even look like themselves after surgery, but they look like a clone. No? What distinguishes you from the people around you? Is it your hair? Is it your teeth? Is it your eyes? Is it the way you laugh? What distinguishes you from the next person? Those are all of the most amazing things that God thought to give you. But every time Lucifer come into it, okay, Hollywood. We can go back 4, 5, 6, 7 decades of Hollywood, 70 years. And aren't they doing the Lauryn Hill lookalikes and the, what's her name, Hillary Duff lookalikes and the this person? Everybody got a clone, do they not? Like putting corrective makeup on something that is always still going to be there. That hurt. So, come on. Come on. Do you get what I'm saying? He just makes the same people over and over and over and over and over and until you act like them. They even make them chant to get this person into their body. Like, Hollywood is not about nothing but being everybody but yourself. An imposter. This is why people be so surprised when people see them in their real life and they're like, oh my God, I thought they was acting. Why would you think anything? And they're acting. They're an actor for, they play a million different people. Sad to say, a lot of our ministers in this world are paid actors, are they not? They go to acting school too. If y'all saw me out in the store cussing somebody out, what would y'all do? What would you do? If you, maybe you didn't see, but you heard, you're like, oh my God, that's CERCA. She is cussing somebody out. Like, I know that voice. Would you be in shock and awe? Deception is still the craft, the skill craft. Come on. If you saw me out going ham on somebody, somebody did something to her, would you be surprised? Okay, y'all know how they did Kirk Franklin when he was cussing his son out? You would be shocked? Really, Miss Lady? Y'all shouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't. Thank you, Rika. If y'all walked in the store and y'all know my voice and y'all heard me, cause You would not be surprised because you've watched me do it once a week for over 100 weeks. But when y'all heard Kirk Franklin cussing his son out, what did y'all do? When y'all heard that old girl be getting toe up from the flow up, Leandra old girl, what? When y'all heard that somebody's a power bottom, what did y'all do? You said not surprise, surprise. You gasp in Spanish. Interesting. Look, what? You'd ask what I do to her. I might be waiting if grandma shows up after the hands. They got a getaway car. Come on. Thank you, getaway car. But I'm just saying. Yeah, we know. So, with that, okay. Right. But why y'all be surprised? If God saved nothing but sinners, why y'all be surprised? Like, wow, didn't expect that. Okay. I think somebody cried. Uh-oh. Tried the line, got it. They tried to cut the line or something. I don't care. I'll let people go. I'm not asking y'all to come. I'm saying cross the line, got it. I'm saying, if y'all heard me out going off on somebody, it would not surprise y'all. If y'all came around the corner of the store and I was going ham on somebody, y'all would know. Y'all not gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe CERCA's acting like that. Like, she acts all holy on the internet, and then I see her in there going all full black girl on this lady, calling her all kind of names and this and that. Like, I don't even know if I believe in God anymore. Y'all would not do that. Y'all be like, yeah, they probably did something to her, like y'all said. But y'all know I will do it. But a lot of people get butt hurt because they pastors is actors. Yeah, we definitely would know somebody got it twisted up. I mean, I'm just saying, I could be in the wrong. It could be a thing, but y'all wouldn't be surprised if y'all saw me do that. Y'all, if somebody recorded me going off on somebody in the store, they'd be like, yep, that's her, and that's exactly how she be talking to us. Y'all would not be surprised in the least. They be, yep, that's CERCA. Sure is. Yep, that's her. Let me see. Yep, that's her. Did she walk off and roll her eyes real hard? Yep, that's CERCA. You said I wouldn't be surprised because I know they did something for sure. I mean, I'm just saying, y'all already know. Y'all be like, oh yeah, that's her. Definitely that's her. But if people pretend to be one way in front of you and they don't let you know how they feeling or where they struggle at or whatever else it is, then that's why you be surprised. I told y'all I'm not fake, and I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying, it's a lot of people that's been acting. How many of y'all found out people was racist that you could not even possibly? Roseanne. Yep, that's auntie. Right. When Roseanne did her little video, I just seen it the other day. I said, oh, baby, I used to love me some Roseanne. And I remember she did that, a year or two ago or a while ago, or I don't know how long it was, when she was sitting in the car rapping. I did. And she had a nerve to have some blonde braids on. Baby, listen. Roseanne, most of the people that watched you was black folks. You could, baby, every black household, you was going to get you a. You know how many black people watch? I ain't going to say most, but a lot. In the 80s, you could not go to no house and Roseanne was on. You better shut up. My aunties, Roseanne is on. Be quiet. Eat your food, because y'all getting ready to go to bed anyway. Roseanne was you might get to sit in front of the TV and eat your dinner and watch show in our house. And my mama didn't let us eat out of the kitchen. We had to eat in the kitchen, but that might be a show. She might let us go in and then and eat and watch it. So to see her do that, I was like, oh. Honey, I called her my friend when O got in the house. Obama. She lost her friend. My cutoff was swift, right? Right? So there's people that pretended for a long time to like us, and they did it. Whatever. It don't even gotta just be black people. You siding with the old crazy boy, you don't like nobody. I would have believed the Roseanne thing. She has a lot of controversy. Right, but I'm just saying, growing up, Pumpkin. Growing up. She had her times, but you gotta think. She went out for a while. She was over there in Hawaii growing her pineapple. She wasn't doing too much. You know what I mean? She was out the way. But you know what I was thinking about too? Have Oprah said anything about what's going on? What about Tyler Perry? What about any of the black and Spanish people that we've been giving our viewership to for the last however many years? And the other lady said that in her restaurant, she said so many people. She like, oh, you talking about Paula Deen? Yep, we know, Miss Ida. Somebody came in and told us. What about Auntie Monique? What's she saying? She's a pretty level-headed person most times. What's she talking about? Auntie Monique said anything? Shaq. Michael Jordan. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay. I just want y'all to be mindful of that. Now that they know people about to be starving, nothing. Now that they know people might be, because you would think that Oprah or somebody, Tyler Perry, like you got followers in all of these places. Are you going to do something for these people? Because they didn't, I mean, but not say. I think they should give out gift cards or something to help feed the people. Hollywood has been on a hush hush. They ain't got nothing to say because they. Who remembers us talking about all the idols and how they don't need them now because they didn't distracted y'all for long enough because the real king is here, not our king, but they king is here. Not George Lopez or any of the fellow Mexican people. Oh! Asians in my city have bought up a few old houses, rehabbing, creating new communities for themselves. Interesting. Interesting. You said Shaq is Mason. I don't expect him to say anything interesting. They talk about all the community outreach they do. Yep, maybe they still focused on the Hollywood fires. Nah. Michael Jordan Ben said he don't like black people. I get it. That's I get it. But seeing as how y'all keep putting billions and billions of dollars in this nigga's pocket every year, I was just wondering if they said anything. because he was alive a long time ago doing a lot of different stuff. So he dealt with racism in the NBA and different things like that and all kinds of stuff. I'm just wondering if anybody is trying to be a community leader and make sure that folks got what they need. You said Miss Lucille Shack's mom and our local radio DJ JoJo O'Neill is his. They do a lot for the hoods here. Okay. What about right now? It's just not okay. What about right now? Other than that, they really haven't heard no movement. Interesting. The only thing I've seen so far is expressing her feelings. Yeah, no, yeah. Selena Gomez just got slammed about the ICE situation and then removed her video after the backlash. Okay. Okay. His aunt is currently working on programs for asthma and autistic kids. Okay, good. So is he... Okay. But what has he said? I hear them, but what he didn't say it. That's what I'm asking. How many hours we got until tomorrow? Miss Michelle, you in here? Taniqua? Okay. Okay, so his family does a lot, but I was wondering what he do. Selena was born here. Her grandmother was born in Mexico. I get it. I get it, y'all. I know that. I know who's y'all. My kids are Disney kids. I get it. Yeah. It's 4 hours till tomorrow. Okay. So 4 or 5 hours depending on where you at. Y'all gonna write a journal entry this evening? I think you should. I think you should write a journal entry about everything that you're feeling. If God has been putting something in your spirit, I think you should write about that. So you will have a record of today. Because we not saying it's just gonna instantly all dramatically change, but we don't know what's happening. And seeing as how things are not happening, taking a long time to happen, I would say journal about today. I'm probably gonna be up after going grocery shopping. Okay, good. I'm about to get off of here because the only thing that I had to eat today was chips. So I'm about to go make me some food, and I ain't ate yesterday since I had what you call them things. I cooked 2 eggs and some bacon yesterday, and then I had about 6 crackers or so before I went to sleep, and then I had a handful of chips or so today. So I'm about to go make me some food. But if I don't get too sleepy, I'll get back on. If not, take the evening. He said, I'm over the Magic administration. They used to try and discourage the black players from helping the needy, especially in the people of color. Interesting. Interesting. It's really, really crazy. But it's a lot of people of color that have supported different stars and different people, and they're not gonna hear not even no support from them right now, and that's scary. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking bad about nobody. I'm just saying these folks almost kind of knew this stuff was coming because they're up there. So their people, their analysts, their financial analysts and stuff like that, they tell them about how the market's gonna be, if they should market things, if they should wait. They got people that are on the stock exchange and this, that, and the other. So they knew something. Okay? They knew. They could have dropped us some hints. You know who did do that? While everybody talking crazy about him. Who dropped us a huge hint at the end of 23? Obama. Didn't I tell you? I said he telling us what's about to happen. Are people not turning in all of the Tesla cars? They turning them in. So it's a whole week. After that, that's when we start seeing the parking lots full of them. Did we not? Right after that movie came out, January, February, that's when we start seeing just the parking lots full of Teslas. And they're like, oh, they're this, they're that, blah, 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 blah. They're using them for blah, blah, blah. They was just sitting. In all the different cities across the country, you could see, they're like, what are all these Teslas doing over there? All the lights are on, all of this, all of that, blah, blah, blah. There's nobody over there. This is an empty parking lot. Why are they over here? We didn't really start seeing that until after that movie came out. And it also talked about people knowing what was going to happen, and they were going on in their pretty ditzy lives like nothing, even though they already knew what was up. Where was the people interesting? So they shut down and stripped the dealership. That's why they closed. Interesting. Interesting. They stripped down and shut the dealership down. Interesting. So let me ask you a question. What happened in the movie for the black guy to come back home? And where was they at? It was an outage. And where was they coming from? New York. What they talking about to be in New York? And couldn't make it back to the city. The plane went down right after that, didn't it? And they was worried about the planes. They wasn't hearing planes. Was okay. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Just pay attention to this first 2 weeks and tell me if it don't feel like to leave the world behind, baby. I'm not saying that Obama is better than no president, but at least he let us know what was up a year ahead of time. Even though we already knew 2 years before that, or 1 year before that, but he got some of a heart because he didn't have to tell us. And he even told us who was going to have part in jamming up regular society in America, did he not? His very rich billionaire friends. Who's jamming up all the systems now? The very rich billionaire friends. Who's stopping people from getting access to... Hey, creator, you get the connection. I'm going to make it right. Come on. Did he not tell us? God even used that to warn people a year ago. Did he not? So whether they listened to you, whether they came across an ad, whether they went into Costco, how many warnings has God given the world? Just in the last 3 years, how many warnings? That you never know at what moment it's going to happen. I'm going to go eat, and I'll probably come back and see y'all. Because I don't feel tired, but we're going to see what happened after I put some food in my stomach. It's still early, but, we'll see. You said many and not even in parables. Nephew, tell him again. Tell him again. He didn't even use biblical things, did he? He didn't even use the Bible and leave the world behind. That was as plain and as basic as you could get it. No scripture involved. Even the little girl said to her mom, you remember the episode of West Wing while they were laying in the bed? Her mom was worried about her watching West Wing, but not the warning. Oh, Lady SK. We like the little girl. Trying to find peace. It brings me peace. Just let me get my books. Just let me be off to myself. But is anybody paying attention to what's going on? Do you? I'm about to bite y'all. I'm about to bite all of y'all. What came to... Oh, my God. What came to their house? What came to their house? The deer. The mooses just showed up at the people's house. Up in Alaska. The deers, the mooses, whatever they was. They, remember? The same way her lawn was littered with them ditters, with the deers, them things was just up in Alaska on them people's thing. And they said, what is... That was a year ago that they put that movie out, and we just seen it in real lifetime within this last week. It was a year ago. You saw it yesterday, Jamila? Mari said it. God didn't even put it out in parables. Here we go. They were all just laying around on people's lawns. Okay, you live up there, up in the cold regions, and you see probably a lot of deer and elk and stuff. Dude, I know they don't, because my daddy's is hunters. I know that don't happen. Yes, the moose just chilling on the line. Okay. So is that not what they was doing at the people's house? No, they always stay in the bush. They don't come out like that. Oh, okay. This how it's going. Y'all remember that? That's about how fast it's, but it's the fast where you be like. That's how I feel. When we first started class, we was. Then it got faster. Now a nigga can't even see the ends. They going so fast. They flip flopping in the flip flop. The hell? Oh my God. Help me, Lord. But that's what it feel like right now. Listen. You said, remember when I told you that I sent that white out, seen that white out, they were in people's backyard. Yeah. Yeah. You said red notes in the movie too. Red note. Red note. Oh my goodness. Who knew what red note was last year in January? Baby, I might need to put me a little something. Do you remember the maps in the background? On the bed? The map behind the bed? The blue ones? Was it behind the bed they were sleeping on, or was that water? I don't remember the map. Oh, from the beginning. From the beginning. The maps from the beginning. The intro. Yeah, buddy. The planes was crashing. They was. All those things flying out the sky. The sun learned what they meant from the game. Listen. Every day they're in my backyard and they rarely come out in the daytime. Interesting. Can't let the dog out alone anymore. Interesting. The red note in the movie was in Mandarin and the red note app is Mandarin. Right. You don't say if this one in Mandarin or not. My other one say what languages they in. This one just says Chinese, English. It don't say if it's Mandarin or what. Interesting. Y'all, what if God could let us get some kind of place and it's going to be people there of all languages? And God gave me the Bibles for all the people that's going to come, just in case he do let us leave and we get a place. What if that's why all these Bibles from all the other languages are here? Think about that. Think about that. Because most people only have whatever language Bible they speak. So if there's somebody to translate it, that would be crazy. I ain't saying it is, I don't know. But now that I'm thinking about it, we already been working on different languages. Come on. I have Chinese and Japanese and Spanish. Come on. Look at this. Think about it. Y'all. We don't know what we gonna have to do. We already church in the wild. We already having our learning sessions in the wilderness. Literally, we outside learning. Do you know another plan? Yeah. Yeah. Y'all get what I'm saying? We outside international. We outside learning internationally. Wonder why God had us doing that. Interesting. We got all kind of stuff in a way to see. I mean, you said it was Arabic. Got it. Arabic, Mandarin. We still got both of them. We still got both of them. Okay. It was still a red note, and the planes were still going down. And can I ask you a question? Who's been over these cars running into people? So that even fits right along with it. What was the man down there in Louisiana? So red note still here. But who did the thing in Louisiana? Was he was an American citizen, but he was screaming something in Arabic, was he not? Are these not the people that normally run through folks with cars and be blowing up stuff and whatever else? So whether it was Mandarin or Arabic, red note is relevant. And other people being on our soil to attack us, whoever they is relevant. Didn't they talk about a cyber attack? That's how the power went out. Wasn't it supposed to be some kind of cyber attack or something? They was waiting on it to come back on. Ain't that why he was trying to get in touch with his people? Well, they've been talking about a cyber attack. And the easy way to do that is if everybody got on a free AI. The chatbot thing. Yeah, but the knock the grid out is coming from where in New York? Where's that coming from? Hit the TV's phones. computers and communication lines. Okay. So New York is going to be without power. There's an app called Red Note, including the satellite phones. Okay, come on, Mari. There's an app Red Note that everybody is on. Nobody even knew really what Red Note was last year. We didn't. Most people in America didn't. They own Red Note. The man that was down in Louisiana might have been an American, but he was yelling out some Arabic stuff when he ran into them people. And they just said that the AI that everybody is getting on and Red Note can use your likeness. The whole reason we got out of what is it called? Zoom. We got out of Zoom because they can record and use your stuff, and they record and everything. That's why we quit doing Zoom, right? I still don't know what Red Note is, just hearing about it. Yeah. Okay, that's why we got off. Well, now they're recording all of your recordings, and they can use your likeness however they want to. They can use the information for whatever they want to use it. My ear just started ringing, this one. Okay. Where are people doing their meetings right now about what they plan to do? Tell me where they're doing those at. Zoom. You said, and Kevin also said that each portion of the states got red notes, but they all had different languages on them. Everyone was blaming the other. He did say that. He did. He did say that. So it was all different languages. Okay. He did say that. I do remember that. So the Chinese thought it was the Arabian countries and so forth and so on. So they didn't know who to blame it on. You're right. The attack. Yep. He did say that. He definitely did. So nobody was going to be taking credit for the attack. I'm just going to say this, family. God put us on, and however it works out, that was a warning for a year later. But God told us, and I just keep saying it over and over, that a lot of people don't take God serious. And he will put out as many movies. He put out the earthquake movies and Thief in the Night and Left Behind I don't know how many times. All the other movies about the rapture. Who remembers me asking y'all to go watch? Matter of fact, give me a second. was gonna show y'all, but I guess I can't find it now. Who remembers me asking y'all to go watch the TV show Under the Dome? Anybody remember me asking y'all to go watch that show Under the Dome if you didn't already? Around the time I asked y'all to watch Heroes? Y'all remember? If you've never watched it, it's a really good show. They have several seasons. I think like 2 or 3, maybe 4. I was looking for my DVD to just show y'all, but it's too many of them to go through, and it's not in the case. Yeah. Okay. So with that, good show to watch. If you haven't watched Under the Dome, you'll want to watch it. I don't know. I literally was going through my DVDs and had them all stacked up, and I thought I took one out, so it might be in my room because those are in the living room stacked up on the floor. Because I got to get ready to get them in a case or something. I don't know. But all I'm gonna say is we getting ready. I want to start watching the new show Paradise on Hulu. It looks interesting. I think I seen some people talking about it. But it's amazing that he's talking about giving us an iron dome and all of this. And I know that's a defense system, but so was that one. Under the Dome. And now we're getting ready to get us a dome system. But you want to know, I don't want to tell it, but some folks couldn't get out and some folks couldn't get in. That's all I'm going to say. Rose tell us a joke about religious man who refuses to evacuate during a massive storm. What? That part. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. When he got up to heaven, he asked, "Why did you let me drown?" He said, "I sent you all the help you needed." All of it. Which is going on now. God has been warning people. He's warning everybody. He's sending signs through movies, Walmart, water straws, the crazy lady on the internet, the hunter that's saying animals or this or that. And people assume that they're going to be able to just move around in the streets. My brother told me, I'm a hunter. I ain't going to have to worry about nothing. You're going to have to worry about being hunted. It's going to be lawless times. We're in lawless times right now. Are we not? It might not even be safe to leave your house in just a while. Because what do you think it's going to be like in them places? Like, and how will we know what's going on if all of the lights and stuff is out there and they can't contact nobody? We won't know. Because when the power go out, your internet box will go out. I'm about to go find me some food. Oh, it's 7:30. Y'all need to call me. My phone didn't even ring while I was in here, did it? Did my iPad ring, y'all? It did. Okay. I gotta go. Y'all niece called me. Why y'all didn't tell me that was my daughter? Bye, y'all. Y'all should have told me. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in a minute. Let me call my baby back.